Hello my scholars, welcome to my school channel. My name is Alexandra, and in today's video we're going to be tackling past question for the subject English Language Year 2022. So please stay with us, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school channel. So in this video we're going to be tackling question 23 to 40. Now let's begin with question 23. However, question 23 to 26 comes with a comprehension passage. So I advise you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to my school website. There you have access to the comprehension, or you could pause this video as soon as it is displayed on the screen. Do not forget that the aim is to read and understand the comprehension passage, pinpoint the main points, and then get back to the question. Now let's begin with question 23. Early in which month did the southwest monsoon break? Okay, so in this passage we learned that it broke in June, early June. So the answer to this question is option D, June, and you can find this in paragraph 2, the very first sentence. Okay, so let's move to question 24. Question 24. What rubbed itself against a glistening stone? Option A, palmouth. Option B, wild creepers. Option C, bullfrogs. Option D, rat snakes. The answer to this question is option D, and we can find this in paragraph 3. So we know that the rat snake rubbed itself against a glistening stone. So the answer is option D, rat snakes. Question 25. Rachel had come to see dash. The answer to this question is option A, Esther. You can find this in the last paragraph. And who is Esther? Esther is Rachel's younger brother. So the answer to this question is option A. Question 26. What was baby's real name? Okay, so the answer to this question is option A, Navomi Ipe, and you can find this in the last paragraph. We also know that baby or Navomi Ipe is Rachel's grand aunt, that is our grandfather's younger sister. So the answer to this question is option A. Question 27. From the words lettered A to D, choose the word that rhymes with the given word. So the word is prison. When attempting rhyme question, you need to start with the last sound and then move backward, okay? So, let's transcribe this word since we are dealing with sounds. Okay, so let's start with the last sound. The last sound is but we have here. So we'll automatically disqualify option A. So we are left with B, C, and D. Then we'll go to the next one, which is Z. Okay? We have Z in option B, but we don't have that in C and D. So definitely option B is our answer. We can see it has the short E sound and then R sound. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 28, still on the rhyme. Okay, so this is the word we should transcribe. Crate. So we have great. Then we have mint. We have creek. Trees. Okay, So we are starting with the last sound, which is t. So we have t here. Option B is good to go. Then option D also. Then automatically we disqualify C. Then the next is a diphthong, and we have that in option A, but we don't have it in the rest. So you can see the consistency with the next one, which is R. So option A is the correct answer to this question. Do not forget that you can take practice questions with our simulated JAMB CBT past questions. All you need to do is you click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you have to download the Myschool mobile app for your Android phones and Myschool software for your computers and laptops. Please go ahead and download and start practicing these questions for your upcoming examination. Now moving on to question 29, still under rhymes. The word is phone, so we'll transcribe phone. Then we have frown. Then we have grown. Then we have gown. Gown. And then lastly, brown. Okay, so let's start with the last sound. We have n. This has everything does. Then we have o. This doesn't have. This has. Okay, so the answer to this question is option B, grown and phone. So option B is the final answer to this question. I believe you are enjoying this tutorial. If so, please do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos. Question 30. Choose the word that has a different stress pattern. Okay, so we have embrace. Okay, embrace is stressed on the second syllable. So this could be a noun or a verb. So in this option, they're trying to tell us that this is a verb. So if it is a noun, it is stressed on the first syllable, but since it is a verb, it is stressed on the second syllable. So we have suspect. Then we have member. Member is stressed on the first syllable. Then this also could be a noun or a verb. And this tells us that, okay, they want us to see this as a verb. So if it is a noun, it is project. But this is a verb, so it is project. And so it is stressed on the second syllable. So the answer to this question is definitely option C, since it has a different stress pattern compared to the rest. Okay, so we have second, second, first, second. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 31. Okay, choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letters on the line. So the letters on the line is ED, and it is articulated as. Okay, so let's transcribe this word. Okay. Then this is So the answer to this question is obviously option C, okay? So it is sound. Do not forget that this is a single consonant. This is also a single consonant, okay? So the answer is option C, letter. Question 32. In each of the following sentences, the word that receives the emphatic stress is written in capital letters. From the option dated A to D, choose the appropriate answer. So the sentence is John's watch is made of gold. Gold is written in capital letter, so that means it is the emphasized word. And do not forget, in emphatic stress is actually used to emphasize a word, to clarify, to compare, to connect, okay? So in questions like this, in emphatic stress question, the interrogative statement or sentence that contradicts the emphasized word is the correct answer. Okay, so option A, we have whose watch is made of gold. This is an interrogative question, but it doesn't contradict, it's the same word, right? What is made of gold? This is a question also, but then it has gold. Is John's watch made of silver? This is an interrogative question, and also it contradicts the word written in capital letter. So the answer to this question is option C. Question 3, still under emphatic stress questions. She works at the hospital. So works is emphasized, okay, it's written in capital letter, right? So we need to look for the answer that contradicts, that's different from the emphasized word. So who works? Where does she work? No matter how you change the tense, okay, it's still the same thing. Does she work at the hospital? We still have the word. But yeah, check out option D. What does she do at the hospital? So it does not have the word, and so it contradicts it, okay? Yeah, it does not have the word, it contradicts it. So the answer to this question is option D. What does she do at the hospital? Question 34. Aderonke stated she had a right to her privacy. Okay, so option A, did Aderonke lament she had a right to her privacy? Did Amawumi state she had a right to her privacy? Did Aderonke state she had a right to her privacy? And lastly, did Aderonke state she had a right to her openness? The answer to this question is obviously option A. We can see that lament is used in place of stated, and so it contradicts. So the answer is option A. Question 35. Choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letters on the line. So the letter on the line in this word is letter T, and it is pronounced as national. Okay, so let's transcribe. Okay, we can transcribe it like this or like this with the schwa sound in brackets. Okay, so next is sugar. Then we have raise. We have glass and tree. Okay, so this is the sound sh, and so we can find the sound in option A. So sugar is the answer to this question. Option A is the final answer to this question. Question 36. Identify the word that has the stress on the first syllable. The word that has the stress on the first syllable. So let's go. Hotel, and stressed on the second syllable. Esteem, second. Police, second. And table, first. So, table. The answer to this question, therefore, is option D, table. Question 37. From the options lettered A to D, choose the option that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Twice it was repulsed with heavy losses. So the word is repulsed. So what does it mean? Filled with disgust, dissatisfaction. Okay, and it's a negative word, right? So option A is repelled, which is also a negative word and is synonymous to the word repulsed. But gratified is positive. Irritated means characterized by extreme anger. Shocked is to be surprised, right? So gratified is the only positive answer, and it means filled with satisfaction or pleasure. So the answer to this question is definitely option B, gratified. If you have questions to ask, please feel free to ask your questions by using the link provided in the description below. What you need to do is you click on the link, it takes you to the Myschool website. There you can ask as many questions as possible, and solutions providers will be readily waiting to answer all of your questions. Okay, so moving on to question 38. I only visited Chidi. This means that option A, none of the above. Option B, I didn't do anything aside visiting Chidi. Option C, I didn't go with anyone to visit Chidi. Option D, I visited Chidi and his friends. So let's read the statement again. I only visited Chidi. Only is an adverb modifying or telling us more about visited. So this tells us that he didn't do anything aside visiting Chidi. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Do you have better steps, explanations, or solutions to any of this question? Please, if you do, feel free to indicate in the comment section below. Indicate the question and the solutions you would like to share. Question 39. From the options lettered A to D, choose the option that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word. My father is parsimonious. The word underlined is parsimonious and it means unwilling to spend. Okay, so we have thrifty, option A, and this means not wasteful. Okay, ungenerous, that is not generous. Frugal, economical when it comes to spending. Then generous is giving, right? So the answer to this question is option D, since it says opposite in meaning. Okay, so option D is the correct answer to this question. Question 40. From the options lettered A to D, choose the option that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Last Easter was an austere period. Austere is the word underlined and it means harsh, it means severe, it means stern. Okay, so option A, harsh, which is synonymous, severe, synonymous. Prosperous here will mean something that is doing well, right? Something that is thriving, that is doing well. Sour is also synonymous. So the answer to this question is option C, prosperous. We've come to the end of this amazing segment. I believe it was impactful. I believe you've learned a lot. Thank you for joining us, and do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.